everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for October 17th, 2019, 3 p.m. Eastern, Thursday. A lot of different things happening, as always, on and up, above, below this planet. And I will say that you're going to see a lot of happenings, so to speak. And these happenings are positive happenings across the board when you see the lower frequencies that have been basically running this planet for a very long time go into disarray, desperation, lost, if you will. We'll witness a lot of actions, situations that will occur basically over the next handful of days. And by operating from the heart-mind and understanding the calm that you are, and the peace and the joy and the love that you are, you will just view it from afar. The ego mind is the trickster that will try to seduce you into this shift, this activity. And you, from your heart mind, of course, will just stay yourself and stay in high frequency. There's a lot of different, you'll see a lot of things surfacing, happening. Be very careful. Use discernment. Not everything is what it appears to be on the surface. So that's why you should be very cautious on making any rash decisions. And we have a request from one of the journalist writers, Steve Beckow, who heads up Gaia. And we know that Gaia was compromised in some ways. And so he is falling ill suddenly. And we would like to make sure that he is cleansed of any infiltration as far as negative frequencies, low matter frequencies, which basically cause us all to become, the body to become in low frequencies, illness. And so we want to make sure that he is protected. See, a lot of people don't know they're protected. So the mind and the ego basically trick them into that they believe that they aren't protected and that they are vulnerable. And unfortunately, many of the civilization believe this, which is unfortunate. Fear is something that does not exist, only that which the ego mind embraces and the subconscious mind accentuates. So fear is nothing. It is really nothing. And you should really embrace the understanding that fear is a creation of your ego mind. Fear, the ego mind directs attention to the heart mind. Now, when the ego mind is overseeing and dictating to the heart mind, it will send that thought, which then your emotionality through the heart mind is reactionary, and then you become upset and fearful. That's how it works. The ego mind dictates to the heart mind. So the ego mind will send the thought, which you embrace, and then the emotion of fear is born from the heart-mind. In that context and that structure, that's how it works. So if you're aware of this, and most of you should be, that when that happens, you should be able to say to your heart-mind that you're in charge, and that to the ego mind, you are not in charge. I love you, but you are not in charge, and you will not dictate to me and my heart-mind. The heart-mind will let you know what direction and what thought to follow. And it sounds a little bit, for some, a little bit loony or crazy, but it is the way. See, it is the way, the Tao, if you will, to work from the heart-mind that supervises the ego mind, reprogramming the subconscious mind with positive, intensified, higher frequencies. All right? This is the triad, if you will, the pyramid, if you will, the 3 points, as the heart mind supervises the ego mind. In turn, through reprogramming the subconscious mind into the higher frequencies, so that as you travel in this journey within you, the subconscious mind is slowly but surely reprogrammed into higher frequencies, which then moves the energy and frequency of higher frequencies to you in your heart mind. So the heart mind is overseeing the reprogramming of the subconscious mind and the supervising of the ego mind. Okay? Fear is the most debilitating frequency on this planet. It supersedes. It basically segues into hatred, revenge, destruction, anger, frustration, anxiety, hurriedness, impatience. It is the key that opens all of that up. So we must be very clear on the what and who we are, from the perspective of understanding that the ego mind is subservient to the heart mind. So the heart mind says to the, I would like you to create whatever. The ego mind will then send a thought that you will embrace consciously, and that thought will become a reality. Now, how it works now with humanity is it's reckless abandon, okay? The ego mind is flailing around constantly, sending just ridiculous thoughts that are just thoughts. They're nothing else. They're really nothing. And so it flails around and sends these uncontrolled thoughts, just incessantly. This is why so many people have insomnia, hard time sleeping. Their mind is in such high gear, their ego mind, that it doesn't stop. It just keeps going. So what do? We take pills and opioids and everything to seduce us into an artificial sleep, which then we get up and we're tired. Okay? I don't know if any of you have experienced it. Maybe if you go back when you were much younger and when you slept really deep, and when you woke up rejuvenated. But the majority of humanity does not do that. And this is the reason why. Because the ego mind is out of control. It always has been. And we become conscious about it, and so then we understand that. And so we love the ego mind. It will not be with us forever. And it will know that. And this is not a negative frequency. It's a high frequency. So when you are being exposed to just about anything, the system on this planet is to instill fear and ignorance. Ignorance is evil. Fear is very controlling, and it is literally the primer to the flood of other emotions that come in to follow it. Right? You know, when you're fearful, it can instigate anger, and it can instigate hate, and it can instigate a lot of things. It can instigate poverty. It can instigate illness. It can following it. So it is much of a primer to all of these other low frequencies in matter that embrace us. Without our knowledge, really, we're not clear on it. See? And how can you be when you've been bombarded for your entire existence in that body? Right? When you give something attention, I think you all know this, you give it energy. You give it your attention. And as you give it your attention, if you are not in charge through the heart-mind, the ego mind will put a ring in your nose and pull you around. And this is how a lot of the governments have instilled fear amongst their people, so they can control them and keep them at bay, to not ask questions, to not pursue, to not be inquisitive, just to mind, stay in that block, that cell block, and mind your own business, right? And that's usually what happens with the civilization on the planet. While these low frequencies, rape and pillage and steal and thieve and contrive and all low matter frequencies, just tremendously low matter frequencies. And I say that because that's the reality. Frequencies, it's everything. It's the body. It's everything. Source creation. Plasma energy is a frequency. Cosmic energy is frequency. It's all different frequencies. That's all it is. Some of it appearing like, solid, but nothing is solid. Nothing is solid. It's just a vibrational frequency that makes it appear to be solid compared to your vibrational frequency. So, as these days roll by, or you can say fly by, you will begin to see, we've seen a lot in the past few years anyway, but it's about ready to really cascade into a massive crescendo. And it isn't going to be easy for some people, and those are the people that are asleep, confused. It's like say you've been underground for your whole existence, and it's all this dark. You see your eyes adjust to that dark, and then for the first time ever, you come out into the sunlight. You can't see because your eyes have not adapted to the brightness of the light. So you have to really be careful so you don't damage your eyes when you come out into that brightness of the light. It's the same way with those who are not awake and then are abruptly woken up. It is this tremendous shock to their bodies, and a lot of them are heavily affected by it. That's where all of us come in to make sure that we can assist with their transition if they choose for that. We do not force it, and we do not talk them into it, where that's not our position. So, as we enlighten, become more enlightened, as we move more into knowing who and what we are, you will understand that it is all about you. We have been taught that it's not about you, it's about everybody else. It is not. It is about you. It is about how you feel about you. For this, and we are all in that golden ocean. We are all one. But there are pieces of us that are not plugged in and are not aware. So by doing that and journeying within ourselves for ourselves, it opens up our awareness for the rest of the civilization. We understand. We're able to sustain a high frequency around these low frequencies. We cannot do that unless we understand who and what we are. See, that's why it's about you. It's about self. And what do they teach you? What do they taught you, man? Oh, that's selfish. No, you're supposed to sacrifice for everybody else. Yeah, you don't sacrifice. You know, and you give your love. You are the love. So you care for others. But you cannot do that unless you care for yourself first. You cannot do that unless you have a loving relationship with yourself first. If you try to, yeah, you might be able to, but after a bit, you become cynical and bitter because you're having to do something. After it's okay for a few times, but when you're locked into it by your own actions, you begin to start feeling frayed at the edges and in impatience. Start saying, when am I going to be able to stop doing this? You see, that's how it deteriorates, because you do not know who and what you are, and because your frequency isn't high. It drops. Whenever you get angry, impatient, stressed, fearful, your frequency drops. It's automatic. Whenever you're enlightened and happy and joyous, your frequency raises. So it's by how you feel through the heart-mind. Now, in today's meditation, fear. And until you understand what fear is, how are you going to circumvent it? How? You can't. See? It's like putting the cart before the horses. You cannot circumvent it because you don't know who and what you are. Now, when you begin to know who and what you are, you can circumvent it, because then it doesn't exist. And if it does come in, it's fleeting. It doesn't stay. You look at the worst case scenario, that your body is pummeled and that you have to leave it. So what? See? You are eternal, and we will make the body eternal. Guess what? We eliminate that fear immediately. That doesn't stop, you could be chopped up into pieces. You're not going to grow back together. But the immortality factor is not ever having to worry about immortality on whether how much longer you have in the body. That's eliminated. So, if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are, and the first thing we want to do is relax. It's about relaxing, genuinely. It's about the whole body relaxing. Dropping the shoulders, letting everything fall off. You don't need it. In the last 24 hours, you have attracted some more goop. We all do. And it could be light, could be medium, could be heavy, could be very heavy. But why do you carry it? You don't need it. It doesn't serve you any higher purpose and any higher frequency. If it serves you in the low frequency, it's a matter, why would you even want to carry it? So, you acknowledge the fact that, I picked up this, and, I got a little this, that, and you just let it go. Here's a good practice to let things go. Is at night, before you go into slumber, empty your pockets. Put whatever's in your pockets on the dresser. It is a kind of representation of emptying the mind. And you identify with emptying your pockets with emptying your mind. It's a visual aid. It helps tremendously. You operate through the heart-mind, you empty your pockets, you're emptying your mind. So all of the thoughts, all of the negatives, all of the low energies and frequencies, you empty out. It's by dumping your pockets. Now, if you don't have pockets, okay, and you have a purse or wallet, then take it and drop it. Put it on top of a dresser or something. Empty your mind. Any high frequencies, obviously, you will embrace and you will keep with you. but you relax the body. You know, de-stress yourself. And when you do this, you're also going to want to move into the now. The now is constant. Everything happens in the now, the past, present, future. We do not need to travel into the past to create our futures. Unfortunately, a lot of humanity does that. That's why they keep going in circles and circles. The fact is, through their lives. And if they change things, continually change, do a little bit different. If you find yourself in the same old, and then you come across something that normally you'd say, nah, it doesn't feel right, I'm not going to do that. The reason it doesn't feel right is because you're used to lying on that nail on the porch. You're used to lying on the nail and not knowing to get off of the nail to end the pain. And you lay on that nail and you become comfortable with discomfort. That's why when you come across something and you go, I'm not going to do that, doesn't feel right. That's your ego mind telling you, well, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. That's too different. That you don't know. What if this? What if that? And so you back off and you don't do it. And your past creates your future. So in the now, you only have the now. And by going into the now, you still the mind. See? You basically shut down the subconscious and you shut down the ego mind. You're just being. Now, you're also going to want to breathe. You want to breath in through the nose and breath out through the mouth. You take a nice, comfortable inhale. Breath in through the nose. You hold it 1001, 1002, 1003, and then you breath out, exhale through the mouth. You want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. Breathing is so important for us. We take it so much for granted. It is a wonderful, empowering energy. We're breathing in energy. That's what it is. That's what everything is. Energy. Taking on different form. So as you breath in and hold it 3 seconds, for those of you who are new to this meditation and this now, the reason we hold our breath is because it focuses us on the now. It really aids us to focus on the now. When you're distracted or you can't sleep at night, focus on your breathing. It will bring you into the now every time. Maybe it won't happen the first few seconds, but it will happen. It's a heck of a lot better than having insomnia and sleeping for 2 hours, waking up for 3, sleeping for an hour, waking up for 4. It's much better. So any time that you are not in the now, you will know it because your mind will be going into the future or the past. The now is all that we have. The breath concentrates us to focus on the now because the breath is only the now. It isn't the past. It isn't the future. It's just the now. You still the mind. The more you still the mind, the more at peace you will become. It's that fluid and effective. And as you still the mind and you relax the body and you breathe, remember you're the heart mind. You're the kingdom of God. You're the God. You're the heart of God. You're the mind of God. You're part of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever and beyond. There is no doubt of that. Period. The only doubt is your ego mind convincing you that that's not true. And you're the heart mind. And you understand that you're not only are you the heart mind, and that's where you operate, that's where you supervise everything, but you're also merged with the God, the deepest part of you. is the God. The deepest joy of you is the God. The deepest peace is the God within you. The deepest happiness is the God in you. So arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light. The God light, the source creation light. It is a high frequency energy. And it's like a halo. It encircles the equator of this planet Earth. You see little flames kind of quaffing off of it. You see how it illuminates the atmosphere of this planet. How it literally saturates the earth, the sky, all of the life, within, without, above, and below. It is a golden white, pink, glittery, pearlish type of a gossamer filling the atmosphere and the existence of all life. Life being the supreme value of, and the highest value of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever and beyond. And all negative low frequencies, low matter frequencies, in the matter, are dispelled. They cannot, when we have this high frequency, which is happening on this planet now, the lower frequencies kind of go like jumping beans. They flail around, go all kinds of directions. It's like they lose their way. They're no longer being guided by the force of negativity, of low frequency. It has been removed, so they flail around without any direction or guidance. So this saturation is literally transforming the planet and the civilization. As we speak in this now, in this meditation. So we begin to understand that the planet is completely protected and encased in a field of deep eternal love, of the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, of the purple, violet, blue light of Archangel Michael, of the white fire, of the purple transmuting flame, of the violet ray, of the golden white pink light, prime source, creator God, mother, father, God, source, creation, our family. And any low frequency is exhausted. It is eliminated. Energy just moves into the field. It can't disrupt. The low frequencies cannot survive. Any way, any form, any shape. The same with us. We are in these spheres. Nothing can harm us. The only thing that can harm us is our ego mind and us believing of what its thoughts are real. That's the only thing that can harm us. So this is why we are in the heart mind. And this field literally saturates us 24/7. Now we begin to float up, but we decide through the heart mind to float above the head, to be where the heart, the crown chakra is. And we'd like the halo. The halo floats above the body. The halo is the divinity that you truly are within the body. So you float up above the body. Now, I'm not saying that this is a cinch, but it is a vision in the high frequency that we give out to the heart mind to eventually achieve that. So the image in your heart mind, the picture that is created, is that you float above the head. And as you do this, you are in total peace and stillness of mind. And so you float up your being. And as we float up, we're immediately compelled to call on the other parts of ourselves. These are all the light energy beings that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever and beyond. They are, and only can they participate in our meditation in this now, in this circle of light, is that they must be of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. In full compassion and generosity and non-judging and humbleness and tranquility, benevolence, peace, joy, bliss. And they literally flock in, arm in arm, hand in hand, in the Guga plexus. A Guga plex will fill this universe. Guga plexus, plural, will fill many universes, and they all come in. Feel this power, this energy of the highest, deepest, eternal love, and the deepest of deepest gratitudes forming and joining us arm in arm, hand in hand, in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. Their gods with our gods with theirs. In exuberation, they are in the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are in the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. And our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. All of the angels, all of the civilization who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love only. And they are in full compassion, non-judgment, benevolence, tranquility and peace, joy, stillness of mind. No fear. Humbleness. They have been assisting our civilization for generations, for eons. Protection, love, caring, kindness, support. Always positive, always in high frequencies, always uplifting, always caring, always kind. And they come in the trillions. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us in this circle of light, in this meditation, in this now. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and we are all one. We're all love, and our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon the Ascended Masters. Who are they? These are those who have ascended out of body, left the body, and who have left the matrix. Throughout the ages, they have returned in their God form to assist us. They love us. We love them. And they risk a chance of being entangled in the matrix in doing this. And they are only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of life. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, bliss, stillness of mind, humbleness, generosity, tranquility, benevolence, peace. And just to name a few of them: Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Jesus Sananda, El Moria, Evidentia, and many, many, many more. And they come in massive numbers, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light, Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. And our God-light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. All of these civilizations, only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. For if their frequencies are low into the matter, you cannot sustain themselves in this meditation. We call upon all of the galactics, all of the off-worlders, all of these civilizations, and only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love, meaning very high frequencies, can join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They have been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, in ours of eliminating our self-imposed bondage and our self-imposed slavery. They are in full compassion, non-judgment, tranquility, and benevolence, kindness, peace, joy, bliss, humbleness. And they come in the billions. Their gods with our gods with theirs, arm in arm, hand in hand, in this circle of light, in this now, in this meditation. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. And our God-light energy is everywhere. And all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever and beyond. It moves effortlessly, transforming the sacredness of space into the highest of highest high frequencies of deep eternal love. We call upon our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are of the highest, of deepest eternal love, from the highest of deepest eternal love, can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They are in full compassion, non-judgment, stillness of mind, bliss and joy, peace, benevolence, and tranquility, generosity and humbleness. And they come in the billions. Their gods with our gods with theirs. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. And our God-light energy is everywhere. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms: on, in, above, and below this planet. In this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. And only those who are of the highest, of deepest, eternal love, from the highest of deepest eternal love, can join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. come in the trillions, shapes, sizes, forms of which we have never seen before. To name a few of them, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur. Their gods with our gods. Our gods with theirs. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one. We're all love. And our godlike energy is everywhere. That's what we're made of. Love. Highest energy in creation and beyond. Highest frequency. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. We created this sphere. It holds all of our meditations, well over 600 of them, in perpetual motion. Each meditation that we release through our heart minds, through the deepest of deepest eternal love, is in perpetual motion 24/7. All of them. They don't dissipate. It can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever and beyond. It floods the sacredness of space in all that there is. Ever has been, ever will be, ever and beyond. With deep eternal love. It transforms all the low matter frequencies into the highest of high, deep eternal love frequencies. Feel it flood you. Flood your biological body. Flood your God, your spirit, your soul, your higher self, however you address it. You feel no fear. You've identified that fear does not exist. The sphere communicates this with you. The collective consciousness of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever and beyond. The collective consciousness of this planet. Every breath that you breathe in is communicated to you of the highest high. There is no fear. Only thoughts that you create fear from. There is no fear. You are the God. You are in the heart mind. You are the master and commander of your light ship. You determine. You direct. You oversee. You are the love that you seek. You are the togetherness that you seek. You are the power that you seek. You are the abundance that you seek. You are the prosperity that you seek. And you're flooded with source creation, the highest of deepest eternal love. You look down upon the planet. Our intent is for the entire civilization, which is part of us, to awaken to this understanding of themselves, to love themselves, to operate from their heart mind and not their ego mind, to reprogram the subconscious mind with high uplifting frequencies of deep eternal love, peace, stillness of mind, benevolence, and tranquility. Therefore, for them, fear is not real. Fear is induced by the heart-mind emotion from the ego mind's supervision. The ego mind dictates to the heart mind. Fear comes from the heart mind of emotion due to us embracing thoughts that aren't real either. There is no fear. This is why the journey within us is so important for each and every one of us. We have spent our whole existences on this planet, in this planet, above and below this planet, through thousands of years, seeking outside of the very thing that is inside, the God, the source creation, the kingdom of God. We are compelled to follow that journey deep within ourselves to the very core of our existence, which is the true kingdom of God, of that which we are, increasing our vibrational frequencies, uplifting us into a wonderful existence, a paradise, a bliss, a joy, an immortality, and beyond. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. you of us are transforming into that which we truly are. So we embrace that kindly, softly, and carefully with ourselves, and breathe it in. The awareness of that which we are is deep, eternal love. Deep joy, deep, deep, deep gratitude. And through the heart-mind, being in the stillness, the flow from Source is constant. And the flow from Source is at the high frequencies. If you continue to concentrate on your high frequencies of love, joy, peace, no matter what goes on around you, that flow is constant. It's eternal. It never ends. All the joy, all the peace, all the happiness, all the bliss, all that there is that you desire is in this flow. It's that of which you are. You connect with Source flow. It is a complete bliss and paradise. This is what we all desire. This is where we're all going. It is up to each and every one of us on how quickly we get there. It isn't a race, but it's up to each and every one of us on how quickly we get there. Take this with you through the rest of the day, into the evening and night, into the following morning. And we will be back here October 18th, 2019,